Okay. What I think I would like to do, maybe just a little bit of a somber moment, just so we can kind of reflect, is maybe to ask for just a minute of silence where we can reflect on the tragedy at Sandy Hook, the tragedy of gun violence across our country and the world. And then at the end of that minute, and whatever personal prayers you wish to offer silently at that time, certainly in your hearts, you can reflect on. And then I will simply read through the litany, and then we will peacefully disperse. And I would encourage people to certainly gather outside. The weather looks like it's not so bad anymore. And can chat, because I think the sanctuary will need to be closed for the Sunday. So maybe if we can just start by asking for a minute's quiet reflection on the gun violence issue. A litany on the tragedy of gun violence. We celebrate and give thanks for the life and witness of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who proclaimed the vision of all people living together and bore witness to the power of nonviolence. We gather to render his words, his commitment, his life, and to rededicate ourselves to addressing the evil of gun violence, which claimed his life and which continues to plague our country and the world. Some 30,000 Americans die by guns each year in the United States. And we grieve. An average of 80 people are killed by guns every day, including 8 children. And our hearts break. Guns kill some 1,000 people each day in the developing world. And we mourn. An American child is 12 times more likely to die by a gun than are children who live in all 25 industrialized nations combined. And we weep. The annual economic cost of gun violence in America is estimated to be at least $100 billion. Medical costs, decimated families, the court system, our jails and prisons, and security measures in airports, schools, and public buildings all contribute to this sum. And sorrow sweeps over us. Since John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, more Americans have died by gunfire within our own country than American servicemen and women who were killed in all our wars of the 20th century. And we pray. Faced with gun violence, we grieve for those who are killed and those whose lives are forever changed. We seek comfort for those who have lost loved ones. We pray for a change of heart for those who resort to violence. Faced with gun violence, may we educate, organize, advocate, and in all ways that we can, work for that day when guns and weapons of destruction are transformed into instruments of healing. May it be so, and may we do so. Thank you everybody for coming.